Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I have a huge book haul. A huge book haul. It wouldn't be a book haul on my channel if it wasn't huge, I suppose. There have been very few. I feel like very few that were small. But this one's big. I have a stack that was gifted to me. So kindly gifted to me that I'm really excited about. A stack that I purchased with my own monies. I went to Ollie's. I bought one on eBay. I have my book of the month pick from December. And then I have book outlet orders. I placed 3 book outlet orders since the middle of November. What is my problem? One I just purchased because it was Black Friday and they were having a good deal. Then I pushed send, like order, and I realized I nanny for a ton of kids and I didn't even look on Book Outlet for gifts for them. Why didn't I do that? So I looked on Book Outlet for gifts for them and of course had to get that order up to $35 so I could get free shipping. Pushed send, placed that order. A couple weeks later, watched a couple book haul videos on BookTube and people talked about books that they got from Book Outlet. I'm like, oh, that was on Book Outlet? I didn't even see it. I have to place another order. So yeah, I placed 3 Book Outlet orders in the last 6 weeks. We're putting a pause. We're putting a pause on the Book Outlet ordering. I might still go in and put stuff in my cart, but I'm not going to push order for a while. I have to let them get some new stuff in there. I feel like I've looked at the site enough. Before I get into the books though, I have some fun bookmarks I just want to show you. Oh my goodness. I didn't get to see these girls. They've been in videos in the summertime and vlogs when I've gone up to New York. But my friend Joy has been my good friend for such a long time, since I was her camp counselor when she was 12 years old. She now has 3 daughters, and I love these girls to pieces. And we exchanged Christmas gifts. And one of the girls made me, and they've been in middle grade March video the first year. And they were in a video, I think this past summer, they were in a vlog talking about books. I love these girls so much, but they made me a little coaster to put my tea on because one of the gifts they gave me was some tea. Katie, she is now 12 and a half. She and her sisters, they made me like quite a few little bookmarks here. They're so clever. So Emily, the youngest, made me this one that says read with some books on it. Then this one says get lost in a good book with just some fun designs on there. This one says you fell asleep here and it has an arrow pointing. So cute. I love these so much. Books are magic. Love, love, love. This one is my new logo, right? Books and Jams. So cute. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. I love to read. Yay. And good book-o-meter. And then there's like rating, like how many hearts. I love it. Reminder, add to wish list. Just okay. Or blech. Krista, it says down here, Krista, put this book down right now. So cute. So sometimes they watch my videos if you're watching, Katie and Emily. Thank you for my new bookmarks. I love them so much. They're so great. I can't wait to start using them. And my coaster. I love this too. I should have some tea right now. Oh, here, I'm going to show their picture because they've been in videos before. So there's me with the girls from this summer. I went to their little camp on the lake. Okay. Now for the books. I'm going to start with book of the month because this is very exciting to me. This was my 12th box this time around since I resubscribed. I mean, I was a subscriber years ago. I talked about this in a book of the month video last month, but I am now a BFF. Book of the month BFF. So I got a new bookmark and I got this tote bag, which is great for my library books. Well, I don't think all my library books will fit in here, but it's like heavy duty. Says book of the month. There's a place for your current, there's an extra pocket for your current read in here. I'm so excited for that little tote bag. I will use that. And then I did choose 2 books in December, one of which I've already read. Go me. Oh, there's some fun stickers. I don't know if that's because I'm now a BFF. Oh no, thanks for sticking with us through 2020. Aw, cute stickers. So I picked for my box in December, I picked In Holidays by Christina Lauren, and I did already read this. You'll have to wait for my December wrap up to hear my thoughts about it. But this is just a holiday romance that I was excited to read. Kind of has a Groundhog Day trope at the beginning. I am glad that I already read one of my Book of the Month books. And then I chose Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline because I really enjoyed Ready Player 1. Look at that cover. I mean, that spine. So cool. So I'm really excited about the sequel to that book. So yay, that was my other choice. But the first one involves this boy, Wade Watts, who lives in kind of a futuristic America where a lot of life happens on the Oasis, which is this virtual reality world. And the creator of the Oasis has died, but he left these Easter eggs within the Oasis for people to find. And the person who finds all the Easter eggs is going to be like the new heir to his empire, basically. It's good. It's a good one. Let's do the books that were gifted to me because I'm so excited to talk about all these. And I have one that I haven't really opened yet. I started to because I saw this and I'm like, oh no, did I just buy that same book? I should have opened this sooner. Don't worry, I didn't. This is gifted to me by the lovely Teresa for Christmas. I'm taking this off so that I can use it as a bookmark in the book. Teresa, so nice of you, and I'm so excited because she got me another book in the Wing Feather saga. This is book 3. You're going to see book 2 in a few minutes. These are on my wish list, but I just love these. It's a middle grade series that I want to read this year. The first one is right here in my stack of series I want to read this year. On the Edge of the Bright Sea of Darkness. On the Dark Sea of Darkness is the first one. This one is The Monster in the Hollows. I'm really excited. Oh, golly, I'm so excited to read this series. I've heard really good things about it. Oh, I'm putting that bookmark inside. And she also sent me this cool journal. Look at how pretty that is. Book journal. Just a blank notebook, which is always fun. Oh, little extra note in that one as well. So I remember that it's from Teresa. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I'm so excited. Just the other day, when I was in New York, my brother picked these up off of the porch. These 2 books came for me for Christmas from Serena. Thank you, Serena. So nice of you. The Bookshop on the Shore by Jenny Colgan. I, over the summer, read The Bookshop on the Corner. Loved it. So I'm excited to read another Jenny Colgan book. I'm really excited. Actually, this might be a series, right? So this should technically go up on my series shelf. So that's going up there. And she also sent me this, I don't know if this is a Christian romance or just like a Regency romance. And this is Where the Stars Meet the Sea. Oh, that cover is gorgeous. It's much thinner than I thought, but I follow a couple people on Instagram who always talk about like clean romances or closed door romances or romances that don't have any sexual activity whatsoever. And I love following them because I get lots of recommendations from them. So this one is a Regency romance. There might not even be kissing because that was not a thing that you talked about back then. I mean, it happened, right? But yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm excited for that one. So thank you, Serena, so much for sending me those 2. So thoughtful. And I'm so excited to read them. Yes. Okay. This next one, I think it was, this one was sent to me because of the book swap group. One of the book swap groups that I'm a part of, every first of the month in 2020, they did a book swap, Amazon wishlist swap. You just kind of put your name and then the person after you sends you a book and you send the person in front of you a book. And this was the book that was sent to me in December, the Book of Lost Names by Kristen Harmel. And I'm so excited. I love the cover. I love books about books. I also love that Christina McMorris is the blurb on here because I've read a couple of her books and really liked them. This is a fascinating, heart-rending page turner. Heartrending. This is going to make me cry? I did not know that. Let's see what it's about. Oh, this sounds so good. This has two timelines. And in present day, we follow a librarian in Florida who is working at the desk one morning and her eyes lock onto a photograph of this book. She recognizes this book, the Book of Lost Names, which was a French religious text that was supposedly stolen by the Nazis. And apparently it was supposed to have some code inside of it that researchers were never able to decipher. And somehow she holds the key. This librarian holds the key. But does she have the strength to revisit old memories and help reunite those parted during wartime? So then also we have this 1942 World War II timeline. I don't even need to read more than that. That sounds fantastic. Oh my goodness. So good. Now I know why I put it on my wish list. The lovely Melissa from Libraries and Labradors just sent this to me as like a thank you for welcoming her to the community. If you guys haven't checked out her channel and you read any kind of romance or historical fiction or classics, she's your girl. Libraries and Labradors. I'll link her down below, but she sent me this one, which was on my wish list as well. The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. I do want to read more of the Brontes. I haven't read all of the books that the Bronte sisters had written, and I do want to, and I just think this is a gorgeous copy of The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. So thank you so much, Melissa, for sending this to me. That was a lovely surprise. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. Jo and Laurie by Margaret Stoll and Melissa de la Cruz. This is a retelling of Little Women if Jo ends up with Laurie. What? That was like my dream when I was little. I kind of get the ending now, even though it's not my favorite, but I get why Jo and Laurie wouldn't have worked. But this is a retelling, a romantic retelling. I'm very excited. And Stephanie sent this to me. She is Stephanie_happy reading on Instagram. I will link her down below as well. But I'm so excited to have this retelling of Little Women. Woo, it's going to be fun. Oh man, I used to be so mad at Amy when I was younger. I can't even watch the 1990s version of Little Women because it just makes me so angry. I have so much like nostalgia of being angry. Like I know some people just love that movie. I've read the book and I really enjoy the book, but that movie in particular, just because when I was younger, I used to get so mad at Amy. So mad at her. You guys may know that I'm collecting Newbery books, and Cheryl, the lovely Cheryl Will, found this Newbery Honor book and she thought she'd send it my way. This is Whittington by Alan Armstrong, and I had never heard of it. It is a Newbery Honor book, so I know that it's going to be quality, and I'm so thankful. And how kind of her. She read it and really enjoyed it and said, read it and let's chat about it. So I'm so excited. Cheryl, thank you so much for thinking of me. That is so sweet. Because I have so many more to still show, I'm going to hold up these ones now. So like, these are the books that were sent to me. Well, and my book of the month. Ah, so kind of you guys. I did get 2 books for Christmas this year. My brother, who you may have seen in the live that I did a couple days ago, he gave me 2 books for Christmas this year, and I'm so excited. I've already started reading this one, The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi. I listen to her podcast called The Lazy Genius, and I follow her on Instagram. She's fantastic, and I'm already loving this book. And he got me The Night Tiger by Yangzi Chu, which is historical fiction set in Southeast Asia. So fun, thoughtful gifts. Thank you so much, BJ. Before I get to the book outlet ones, I did purchase this book 2 in the Wing Feather Saga. This is North Orby Eaton by Andrew Peterson. I haven't started this series yet. Now I own book 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So I have the first 3 to kind of binge through if I want to. I'm really excited. And I bought this because some of you guys clicked on the Amazon links that I put in most of my videos and bought some books on Amazon, and I get a little tiny kickback from that. And I was able to use it to purchase a book. So thank you for clicking on those links. If you see a book that you're interested in, I know Amazon is not everybody's favorite, but I appreciate you using it occasionally. If you're interested in those books, I do try to put the links down there for you. I randomly went on eBay. I don't normally go on eBay to do book shopping. I don't normally go on eBay at all, but I went on and I found this book and it was only $4. The Forgotten Daughter by Joanna Goodman. I read and loved The Home for Unusual Girls, which is another book by her. So I was very excited to find another one for super cheap. This one also takes place in Canada. I think Home for Unwanted Girls takes place in Canada as well. So I like that I can read a book that's set in Canada. I don't have very many of those. This one takes place in 1992, French Canada. French-Canadian factions renew Quebec's fight to gain independence. Wild and beautiful Veronique, daughter of a radical separatist convicted of kidnapping and murdering a prominent politician in 1970, she has embraced her father's cause. So it's a surprise when she falls for James Phoenix, a journalist of French-Canadian heritage who opposes Quebec separatism. Oh, and it's a follow-up to The Home for Unwanted Girls. What? Maybe the book is just a follow. I don't think it's a sequel. This might be a sequel. I did not know that. Inspired by true events of 2 women divided by their past but united by love. I'm going to have to look into that a little more. Is it actually a sequel? Do any of you guys know? It might have to go on my sequel shelf if it is. But I'm really excited to read that one. Yay. I also recently went to... Where did this one come from? Now I don't remember where this one came from. Mrs. Lincoln's Dressmaker by Jennifer Ciavarini. I don't have a note in here. I don't think it was sent to me. Did I find this at a little free library? I recently heard somebody talking about this author and this book in particular. So I know I grabbed it because of that conversation, which I didn't write down, so I don't remember who it was. But I don't know where I got it. So if you sent it to me, sorry. Yeah, but I'm excited. They whoever was talking to me about it said that this is their favorite book by her. And she's written quite a few, so I'm excited for that. I love historical fiction. And at Ollie's recently, I grabbed 2 Whole30 books, another cookbook, which is in the kitchen because I'm doing January Whole30. Yikes. And then this is for like after you do the Whole30 Food Freedom Forever. It just talks about like life after the Whole30, and both the cookbook itself is a gorgeous hardcover and it was $3.99 and this one was only $2.99, so I just grabbed both of them to kind of read through and focus on during the month of January. Now we are into the book outlet books. I will try to go pretty quickly. Actually, I'm going to start with these Christmas books. I am not going to be reading these until next Christmas, but I found quite a few Christmas books. I'm going to put them all aside until next December. But I grabbed a Christmas romance, How the Dukes Stole Christmas. This has 4 short stories in it. Tessa Dare, who I have read from, Sarah MacLean, Sophie Jordan, and Joanna Shoup. So fun Christmas romance there. Then we have a historical Christmas book, The Ghost of Christmas Past by Rhys Bowen. Like we've got a historical, we've got a romance. Then we have, this is kind of cool. I found this on Book Outlet. This is called A Classic Christmas, a collection of stories, a collection of timeless stories and poems. It has Charles Dickens, Louisa May Alcott, Hans Christian Andersen, and more. So kind of some classic authors and books that they, or Christmas writings from them, holiday writings from them. So that's a lot of fun. And then I heard Tia, I believe from Tia and All the Books, talk about this one, Carols and Chaos by Cindy Anstey. And I think this is a Regency, England 1817. I'm really excited for that one as well. And then another short story collection of Christmas. Oh, this was from Ollie's as well, by Michelle Greep. This is Once Upon a Dickens Christmas. And so this is 3 charming Christmas tales set in Victorian England. So very excited about that one. They are 12 Days at Bleakley Manor, A Tale of Two Hearts, and The Old Lace Shop. So I've got my Christmas reading cut out for me next December. Very exciting. And then I just showed this in another video, but I don't know which one's going to go up first, but I purchased the box set of Matt Haig's Christmas books, and I have already read these, but I couldn't resist these because I'm a huge fan of a printed hardcover. Dust jackets are the worst. Why do people make dust jackets? It's such a waste. We take them off anyway. Why not print it right on the hardcover? I don't know if it costs more. Probably it costs more, but I love these. So this is A Boy Called Christmas. The second one is The Girl Who Saved Christmas. And then the third one is Father Christmas and Me, all by Matt Haig. I read these 2 in December 2019 and this one in January 2020. So I've read these already, but this is definitely a series I would revisit at Christmas time. If there are ever kids in my future, like this would be a series that I just think is so much fun, and they're gorgeous, and I found them on Book Outlet, so I got them at a discounted price, and I've already read them. That is all the Christmas ones. Let's do the few that are not middle grade, and then the last biggest stack will be the middle grade ones. But I am wanting to read another series by this author, Margaret Peterson Haddix, in 2021, but this one is called The Summer of Broken Things, and I haven't read anything else by her except that Among the Hidden, it's like right here, except this Among the Hidden series. So while I'm very excited to reread those, I also wanted to see some of her other books and see if I like her. I grabbed Women Talking, a novel by Miriam Toews. I think I've heard people say Taves. I need to look this one up. This one is about a group of Mennonite women who, so it just says, one evening, 8 Mennonite women climb into a hayloft to conduct a secret meeting. For the past 2 years, each of these women and more than 100 other girls in their colony has been repeatedly violated in the night by demons coming to punish them for their sins. Now that the women have learned they were in fact drugged and attacked by a group of men from their own community, they are determined to protect themselves and their daughters from future harm. What? That just sounds crazy to me. And I lived for quite a long time in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which has a big Mennonite and Amish community. Those are 2 different things, but there are many of both of those different communities in that area. So, and I have friends that grew up in the Mennonite church. So it just so intriguing to me. I'm very interested in reading this one, and I've heard good things about it. I talked about this in my series video as well. This is a series I'd like to start in 2021. This is the Flavia de Luce series, mystery series. Flavia de Luce is an 11-year-old protagonist who is going to help solve crimes, I believe. This is The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Ellen Bradley. Very excited to read this. And it's going right here on the series I want to start shelf, which needs to be cleaned up. Okay. I picked up The Scent Keeper by Erica Bauermeister. This is an author. I have this problem, and you guys know, I now think I have 3 books of hers on my shelves and I haven't read any. I need to do it, but I have heard such good things about this one this year, and so I wanted to grab it when I saw it on Book Outlet. This is the reason I went back for that third. Well, this is part of the reason I went back for the third shelf, for the third order, and this one, The Only Plane in the Sky, An Oral History of 9/11 by Garrett M. Graff. I heard an interview that Sarah from Sarah's Bookshelves Live podcast, she did an interview with Garrett Graff, and I heard him talk about this book and his process and why he wanted to do it and all of that. And this book is what it says, an oral history of 9/11. I mean, I've obviously heard that the audiobook is amazing because it is an oral history, but it starts out on 9/11 earlier in the day. Okay, so we do have a couple things that happened before that 9/11 day. So we aboard the International Space Station, and then September 10th, and then we dive right into the morning of September 11th. And it kind of, it's like not an interview. It's just like audio, like clips taken from interviews of all of these different kinds of people. Everyone from like hospital workers to first responders to presidential staff. There are photos throughout. There are some maps at the beginning. Like, it's gonna break my heart. I mean, this is one of those life-changing events that happened in our history, in my lifetime. And I can remember very clearly 9/11 and that morning and the sequence of events of that morning and all of that. So I'm just really excited to read this, but I also recognize it's going to be very difficult. I will probably save it for September just because that feels appropriate. But it's nonfiction, clearly. It's going to be a moving one. I might need to start it in August so that I can finish it. I might not be able to read this one all at once. We'll see. All right, the last little stack. The last little stack are all middle grade, many of which I don't know very much about. Catherine Rundell is an author that I now have a couple books by her. This is The Explorer. She wrote a kind of an essay about why adults should read middle grade that Amanda from the Curly Reader sent to me. And then Wolf Wilder, I think, is the other book by her that I own. So I saw this one and I had to get it. It looks like a plane is crashing or something there. So I'm excited about that one. The unforgettable Guinevere St. Clair kind of reminds me of The Remarkable Journey of Edward Tulane, or it's this Coyote Sunrise, The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise, and the amazing, I don't know, there's that type of a title, Edward Tulane and Coyote Sunrise, and then we have Guinevere St. Clair. I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of those. I don't know anything about this one, but I think it sounds good. I've heard good things about this one. The Thing About Jellyfish by Allie Benjamin. I think this one deals with grief. Sometimes when we feel most alone, the world can open up in mysterious ways. So yeah, I do believe that this one is going to deal with grief, and that's a topic in middle grade in particular that I am very fond of reading. I love this author, Jonathan Auxier. We read Sweep, the story of a girl and her monster, as our middle grade read, like group read 2 years ago. And it was a huge hit. And I just want to read more of his books. And I love the font and the title of this one, Sophie Quire and the Last Story Guard. Yay. So excited for that one. Another author that I absolutely love is Catherine Applegate. This is Crenshaw, about this little boy who has an imaginary cat who's huge. So excited. I'm in a group in Goodreads called like Newbery Watch List or something like that. Mock Newbery, I think it was what it is. And there's a group of people who read middle grade and try to guess what the Newbery books are going to be. And this was like a big contender last year, From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Janae Marks. So I'm really excited to read that one. This one won some awards. One Crazy Summer by Rita Williams Garcia. It won the National Book Award, or it was a finalist in the National Book Award. It was a Newbery Honor Book. It is the Scott Odell Award for Historical Fiction. And what's this one? Oh, the Coretta Scott King Award as well. So it has 4 award stamps on there. So I'm like, I gotta read this one. And I love Newbery books anyway, honor and medal winners. So I just think that this looks a lot of fun. Looks like 3 sisters going on there with like their heads in the air. They're feeling strong, feeling good. I love that. I'm excited to read that one. I heard good things about this one on Instagram this summer. This is a very different cover than what I recognized, but this is Circus Mirandus by Cassie Beasley. I don't really know much about it other than there was a handful of people who were praising it a couple months ago. So threw that in the cart. I love these covers by Grace Lynn, of Grace Lynn books. I read Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, and I honestly don't know if these are part of that series. I don't know if that's a series or if it's just that she makes them all look so lovely. But yeah, this one is Starry River of the Sky. And these, Grace Lynn is a Chinese American or Chinese author. I'm not sure. But these often, I mean, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon dealt with a lot of Chinese folklore, which is so cool. And they're going to be set in China as well, which is so much fun. National Book Award finalist as well, When the Sea Turned to Silver. I'm not sure if these are part of the series or not, but I do know that I really loved her writing, and I am thrilled to have more books by her. Thanks, Book Outlet, for having them on your site. And the last one that I also heard about from people on Instagram is The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle. A lot of people really loved this one as well. A lot of my middle grade reading friends. So I am very excited to find that one. And that's it. That is a lot. That's more than enough. So here's the stack of middle grade. I mean, basically, here's my middle grade March TBR. Most of it, right? Like I'll have to, as we talk about prompts for the month, I might have to look at this pile and see if I can make any of them fit. And then here are some of the others. I don't know if it's worth it to hold them up, but there's some more. So there we have another big book haul by Krista. What can I say? I can't help myself. And a big stack of them were gifts. So thank you to those of you who sent me gifts. You're so kind. So kind. Every time it happens, I get blown away. Like, is this my life? People are sending me books in the mail. How fun is that? I love it so much. So I'm really excited about these books, and some of them will be making their way onto some TBRs very soon. Others will probably sit on the shelves for a little while because I know myself, and that's just the reality of it. But I love finding books for cheap. I love expanding my bookshelf. I love having lots of books in my library. I don't need to justify it. I'm going to be done. Let's chat down below if you have any of these books that you think I should read sooner rather than later. Let me know. I would love to chat with you down in the comments below about these books or about anything else. You guys know I love talking to you down there, and I do try to respond to every comment. So let's chat. I love it. Check out the other ways to connect with me down below. My Patreon is down there. So I'd love to have you join in that community, and I will be talking to you in another video very soon. Bye.